most challenging experience as a business owner? I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I've had a lot of challenging experiences as a business owner. Most of them revolve around trying to figure out where the money's going to come from to pay the bills, and dealing with mistakes and issues with employees. I think there's a couple different facets or a couple different types of challenges we deal with. There's zero doubt that dealing with a difficult employee is probably one of the hardest. You care about the people that work for you and you want the best for them, but you also must recognize that they don't always have the full picture, the full perspective. And sometimes people that work for you have illnesses, have concerns, be it mentally, be it physically, and they can become a liability. And so I can count a couple different instances in my life where I've had to make the decision to let someone go, that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to let them go. I felt like I was letting them down, but also recognize that in a lot of ways, by keeping them, I was doing something far worse than letting them go. I was breeding complacency. I was damaging the rest of my team by keeping them. Other hard moments, issues with clients and saying the wrong thing. I think one of the hardest moments as a repair shop owner that I've ever had is the ones where I recognize I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong choice. I had a misstep. One such situation comes to mind. I'll never forget, I had a gentleman call into the shop. We had his car. I'd made an estimate for him, and he called around and got other estimates. Now, I knew that the other shop that gave him this estimate did not know what they were pricing, and they didn't know how to fix the car. Now, it wasn't because they didn't have the knowledge. It's because they didn't have the car. And so he called them and asked for a price for this thing, but he did not give the full story. So he told me what shop it was. I picked up the phone and I called him and I said, "Hey, listen, I just want to make sure we're on the same page and that you understand what's actually going on with the car." When I called that client back, man, he blessed me out. He called me every name in the book. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's little doubt that he was right. I should not, under any circumstances, have called that other shop or involved myself in the other side of that. Why? Well, for starters, the other shop should know better than give estimates over the phone. There's a reason that repair shops don't give estimates over the phone, because you can't be accurate. You don't know that you're right until you see that vehicle. And so you've set an expectation with the client, and now they expect that to be right. You tell them it's something different, or it doesn't fix the car when you get done. They get really upset, gives the industry a bad look, gives the shop a bad look, and just upsets the client. So that's why we don't do that. But the consumer was right. I put my nose where it shouldn't have been. I was trying to protect him and the other shop. But just because you feel like something is right doesn't mean it is. Doesn't mean it's the right choice. I learned from that, and I've learned when to keep my mouth shut, when to step up and say something. I still make missteps every single day. I'm curious, what was your misstep as a business owner? I'm also curious what you've done when you've made a misstep. In my case, I tried to apologize. The guy was hearing none of it. So drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear where you screwed up in the past. I think that's how we grow, right? Like we've all tried to hide our mistakes, and as a result, we've prevented others in our shoes from growing. So drop it down in the comments below if you don't care. Y'all have a good night.